Hi everyone, this is Pastor Matt and Kesha Miles. We've been married 18 glorious years and we have two beautiful daughters, Adeline who's 13 and Jojo who is 8 years old. And we just want to take the time right now to give you guys our testimony over this last year.
It all started back in October when we were doing our Holy One Festival. I was tearing open a bag of candy, something really simple, and I felt a rib in my muscles in my front chest, and I noticed there's just something wrong. Well, fast forward to January, and I was picking up something really heavy, and I felt a loud pop and felt it in my back, and it was immediately almost paralyzed, couldn't move. And so I started going to the chiropractor. I've had back issues my whole life since I was about 17 years old. And so after about 8 visits to the chiropractor said, you need to go to the doctor and go to the hospital right now. So I went to the ER, and they gave me the slew of tests, MRIs, CAT scans, so on and so forth. And the doctor said he saw something really strange in my bone structure, in my back. And said, I want you to go to this doctor tomorrow, and didn't say anything about cancer. And so when we showed up, we were both just amazed that, I wouldn't say amazed, but shocked. It was a cancer doctor. And we went in, the cancer doctor goes, I really see nothing wrong with your labs. I don't see anything why you're really here. He says, but come back in 2 months and we'll give you another test. And so we went back in 2 months. He goes, well, your lab work is like 0.001 off. And so come back in 2 months and we'll do another test just to see if, just your levels can go up and down naturally. So we went back in 2 months and he goes, well, they're still slightly off. He goes, let's do a bone marrow test and just rule out cancer altogether. And so we went back in 2 weeks and got a bone marrow test, and he called us back in like 3 days. And so
we went to that doctor's appointment, and the office was busy. There were so many people in there, and we just figured we were going in, they were going to rule out cancer, and then we were going to be back looking for a doctor for his back. And so we waited for 4+ hours before we got into the little room, and waited more. But then the doctor came in, and the doctor immediately pulled his little chair up in front of Mathew and folded his hands, and we immediately knew it was bad news. And that's when he gave us the diagnosis of cancer.
Yeah. And I remember right at that moment, it's almost like a boxer got hit so hard that he wasn't knocked out, but he wasn't there. And immediately dark thoughts started coming in. If anybody hears the C word, you automatically think about death and how much longer do I have? And then I started thinking naturally about my 2 daughters. Here I am, 42 years old with a 13 and 8-year-old. And I couldn't imagine my girls growing up, graduating, walking down the aisle, who's going to be there for them? And so everything just turned dark for me at that moment.
But as soon as it seemed to turn dark, there was hope. There was light in the room as well. And I know I was, and Matthew has given testimony too of just how the Lord's word, we were reminded of the Lord's word, and especially verses like Deuteronomy 31:6, where it says that he'll never leave us or he'll never forsake us. And we were just comforted in that moment as well, that the Lord was with us.
And I was amazed at the support we instantly got from the church and from the pastor, and just how individuals have come along in so many different ways, from helping with the children to the financial support to everything in between. And we've just been so blessed by everybody. And we want to just give a big thanks to everybody. And God bless you, and thank you for taking your time to listen to this testimony.